Hey folks, I just wanted to come on here briefly and talk about my experience seeing Chelsea Wolfe recently. I don't think I have very much storage left in my phone, so I want to try and make this as quick as possible. Chelsea Wolfe, artist I've been a fan of for a very long time. I've been listening to her music for years now. One of my favorite records of hers is Birth of Violence. I also really love the His Spun album, but Apocalypsis and plenty of the others are also really up my alley. I just really love that mixture of, industrial, electronic, goth music, neo folk, doom metal, just all kind of mixed together. It's a very eclectic mixture of different subgenres that really, really just like nails home everything that I love about music. Um, so yeah, it was the first chance I'd ever gotten an opportunity to go see her, so I definitely took it. She performed alongside this other band called Divide and Dissolve, who I had never heard of before. So I had no idea what to expect. But when I got there and saw that there was a gigantic stack of like 6 or 7 amps and then just like a drum set off to the side, I knew it was at least going to be loud, and they definitely did not disappoint in that regard. Um, Divide and Dissolve are kind of a drone metal band, I would say. They're like doom adjacent, but I think they're a little bit too spacey and ambient to be considered like a pure doom metal band. They're definitely more in the drone category. They reminded me a lot more of a band like Sun or Earth or Boris, albeit with like a lot more interesting drumming. But the guitars were literally just like fucking noisy, loud as hell, just utterly obliterating in terms of volume. But there wasn't really much in the way of riffs, it was more just like we're here to like create noise. But what I also found interesting about Divide and Dissolve was that their guitarist, they used like I think it was a clarinet, maybe an oboe. Honestly, I'm not sure. And they would play one melody with it, and then they used a looper pedal to repeat that, and then they let that play for a while, and then they would pick up the guitar, and after that had played for a bit, they would just kind of like both come in together, the guitars and the drums, and just completely overpower and just knock that audio completely out of there. Like it just wouldn't exist anymore because the guitars and drums would overpower it so much. They were definitely very entertaining to watch live. They both kind of maintained eye contact like during the entire show, which I've never really seen a band do before. They very clearly were vibing off one another. It was a pretty intimate performance, despite this being at Club Soda, which is a rather large venue. But yeah, it was super cool, and I would definitely love to see them again. And after that, it was Chelsea Wolfe. This was just a two band bill. And of course, she played a slew of songs that are kind of considered like classics for her at this point. Feral Love, of course, the song that was used in a Game of Thrones trailer back in the day. One of the songs that kind of skyrocketed her into popularity, I think. And she also played 16 Psyche, and man, when she played that, the crowd went absolutely nuts. Because I think for all the metalheads that are really into Chelsea Wolfe, like that's her like big hit. So when she played that, it was like, oh, this is the one song that everyone recognizes outside of Fair Love. But yeah, she played a lot of songs off of the brand new record, She Reaches Out to She, which I really love. I reviewed it recently over on my blog at Where Strides the Behemoth if you want to go check that out. And yeah, she played like 4 or 5 songs off of that album, including most of my favorite ones, which I was very thankful for. Dusk is probably my new favorite Chelsea Wolfe song. It's like just a really emotional, slow, dark, brooding kind of like soft rock song. I don't know. It's not really like any other tracks that she's done before. It actually really reminded me of my friend Aaron's project, Fog Lake. It kind of felt like this is what Fog Lake would sound like if it was like more goth and sung by like a goth lady, basically. It has like a very cool, like waltzy sort of vibe to it. And yeah, she played that one last. What kind of disappointed me about this performance was that there was a point during the night where the rest of the band left the stage and it was just Chelsea Wolfe out on stage, and she had an acoustic guitar, and I was like, yes, we're gonna get a couple of songs from Birth of Violence, which is the album that came out right before She Reaches Out to She Reaches Out to She. And that's not what we got. We got no songs from that record, which is really disappointing because that is like one of my favorite albums from her, if not the favorite. I might like His Spun or even this new one more. It's kind of hard to say. I feel like I need more time with this entire catalog to really decide that. But yeah, that was the one thing that was a little bit disappointing. I really hope that next time she comes back, we get a few songs from that record because they're really, really good. I want to hear Deranged for Rock and Roll in a live setting. Like, that song is so good. But I digress. That was my experience seeing Chelsea Wolfe and Divide and Dissolve at Club Soda back in March. It was an awesome show. If you get a chance to see either of these artists live, fucking do it. It was a great experience. You won't regret it. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.